Alright, man. So I actually want to talk about. My mouth is creating a lot of saliva. I don't know why, but I want to talk about self-identification, man. Like how the mind makes us think. How the mind makes us think that we're the mind, right? And even me, like back then, I had a joke, right? And it was an innocent ass joke, but now that I think about it, it's like, damn, like the mind was doing this job. Alright, so the joke was technically they say our skull is inside us, right? But technically we are our brain, and our brain's inside our skull. So technically we're inside our skull. I seen that. It was like a meme, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna be saying that. I got the hiccups coming up. Fuck. What a way to start a video. But you're not your mind, man. Our mind plays tricks on us. Our mind wants to make us think that everything that happens to us is happening to us, right? Not for us. And when you start thinking about things like that, you start making a lot of doubts. When someone tries to give you advice to help you out, your mind starts creating these excuses. Your mind starts creating these thoughts to bring you back down, to be like, nah, this is wrong, or nah, you can't do that, nah, you can't do this or that. Because the egoic mind is afraid to die, man. And you have to realize that when you're present to the moment, when you realize that you're really in control of your reality and you got everything to give, your mind starts to realize that it's the end of egoic thinking. You can't be living in the present moment and still have egoic thinking going on, because there is no thinking and living in the present moment. Being in the present moment isn't looking up and going like, oh look, there's a TV in your mind. Being in the present moment is simply just being. It's simply just sitting here looking at your surroundings without a single thought in sight. And the mind, man, the mind plays tricks on you. You're not in control of your mind. I promise you, like 90% of the population is, the mind runs them. They don't use the mind. The mind is a very powerful tool, man. When you learn how to use your mind, you learn how to live your life. When you learn that your mind is using you, you start rebuilding, you start healing, you start the healing process. So you can start using your mind. Your mind is a fucking tool. Your brain is a tool. Realize that. Realize that your brain is a tool, and nobody can take that from you. Nobody can take that from you, man. Become conscious of that fact that your mind isn't you and you're being used by your mind. Your mind plays tricks on you all the fucking time. Your mind doesn't want what's best for you. You do. You want what's best for you. Consciousness. That's what wants best for you. Your mind is the one that drags you down. Your mind is the one that you self-identify as being a lazy person. Now you want to run a lap, but you start having all this self-doubt, all these thoughts going like, you can't run this, you can't do this. And it's at a subconscious level, man. That's the way we were programmed in this fucking life. And it's crazy because this is just shit that I'm starting to realize. I'm telling you guys, I'm growing every fucking day. Every day's a lesson, man. I have my days where I feel like ass, but I get past those days to get days like this where I'm feeling hella good. I'm feeling hella energized. I feel like a fucking king right now. Real shit. Like, man, it's just crazy living the present moment. You gotta know when to live in the present moment. Fuck this clock time. Clock time don't matter. Time don't matter. It don't matter. It matters to the mind. You identify with it. It matters because you think, oh, I'm getting older as days goes. Yes, that's life. You get older as days goes, but time don't matter. We're here to learn, man. We're here to explore. We're here to be our greatest version of ourselves. We're here to live life. So why are you going to be stressing about what time it is? Unfortunately, we live in a fucking world where time is necessary. You need time. You need clock time to do certain shit. I gotta be here at this time. I gotta be at work at this time. But realize, man, realize that when you're chilling, you shouldn't be focused on the time. When you got the whole day to yourself and you don't work, don't be focused on time. Focus on how you can better yourself. Focus on reading books, getting knowledge. I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. This book is a fucking blessing, man. That book has taught me so much, like a crazy amount. Like, this was my knowledge back then, and now it's like twice as much, 3 times as much. And I'm barely on page 109. I'm barely on page 109. And I already feel like I've learned so fucking much from this book that I'm actually putting into my real life, and it's making an impact, man. Realize that you're here for a good time. You're here to learn. You're here to learn, work on your body. Become conscious of that fact. Become conscious that every day's a new day. Don't be looking at your past. Just because you failed in the past, just because you fucked up in the past, doesn't mean you're gonna fail today. And I mean that in the essence of, look, I'm trying to lose weight now. I'm trying to lose my fat. I'm trying to get in shape. But when I do that, my mind quickly brings up thoughts like, oh, you've tried this before, it didn't work out, it's not gonna work out this time. That's the egoic mind. That's the mind tricking you. That's the mind controlling you. That's the ego. It doesn't want you to change. It doesn't want you to feel better about yourself. Because what does making you feel better about yourself mean? Mental health. You increase your mental health. When you feel good, you look good. Ain't nothing stopping you in this lifetime, man. And the ego knows that. It doesn't like change. The ego wants you to stay down on your knees. It wants to have you by the strings of the brain. It wants to have you on strings like a puppet. And it's crazy because a lot of us don't realize this. And we live our entire fucking lives being a slave to our mind. That's the way slavery works in modern society, man. They have us by the mind. It's psychological. It's not physical anymore. Human race has evolved, man. People realize that you can pretty much brainwash people, but we see it as followers and social media and distracting us with a bunch of bullshit. That's all bullshit, man. This life is a fucking lie. This life, the way we live it, it's a fucking simulation. It's a fucking game. And that shit's crazy, man, because once you see that fucking reality, you can't take it back. You can't go back. You have to do the best with it. Realize that you're a fucking god. You're a king. You're a queen. Man, we have so much knowledge within here, but we use against us. Our mind is using us. We're not using our mind. I'm in the process of barely learning this. I'm 19 years old. I'm 19 years old and I'm fucking realizing this. I got beyond blessed, man, because there's people that are 30, 40 that barely start to realize that. Some don't even realize it. They live their entire fucking life being asleep. But I don't blame them. I blame the fucking world that we created. It's simple. This is the life we live in. Accept it. I'm not mad about it. I used to be a very mad person. I was mad at the world. I was mad at the world because I didn't like how I run. Now I'm accepting it. I'm realizing that I'm in it. Ain't nothing to do besides hopefully inspire people to do better for themselves. Because shit, I'm doing better for myself. I'm inspiring myself to do better for myself. I love getting on the phone and talking about this when I'm feeling good. When my mental health is good. When I don't post, it's because I'm not feeling good. Sometimes I just don't post. But if I don't post for a long period of time, it's because I'm not feeling good. I post when I'm feeling hella good, man. And I don't have a second thought. And look, I was reading the book. And I hit this pause. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video. Inspiration comes out of nowhere, man. Act on inspiration. Act on inspiration. Just realize that your mind controls you. You don't control your mind. Realize that. Realize that, and then you'll start the process of learning how to control your mind, how to use your mind for your benefit. Your mind plays tricks on you, man. Realize this. Realize that your ego doesn't want you to be great. Your ego doesn't want you to feel happy. Your ego likes labeling yourself. I used to look at myself as a lazy person, a clumsy person, a dirty person. Man, that's all bullshit. Live in the present moment. Realize that you can truly decide who you want to be. You can be someone today and be someone completely different tomorrow till you find what fits you. Fuck what everybody else thinks. Fuck that. Man, it's crazy because I realize shit like this and I'm just beyond blessed, man. But realize that your mind is controlling you, though. Your mind is pulling your strings. You're not pulling his strings. You're not your mind. Don't identify with your mind. You are not your mind. Your consciousness. Consciousness is beyond your mind. Your higher self, your soul, energy. Realize that, man. I hope you guys all have a blessed ass day, man. Like, it's a beautiful ass day outside. Like, nice as sun, like bright. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's actually not cold at all, but it's like perfect, man. It's a really good day and shit. So I hope you guys take advantage of that shit. I know I am later today. I'm gonna just finish reading up my book and doing me, man. I love you guys. You guys already know. If you guys watch these videos and share it, man. Like the video. Let these videos get out there. Let these videos really inspire people, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to fucking inspire. I'm here to live my life and hopefully improve other people's lives and motivate them. Because I know how dark days feel, man. I know how them dark days feel. Those shits, no one likes them. But it's necessary to go through them so you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, man. Believe me. Just keep holding on there. Live your life. Always better yourself. Even in your low days, better yourself. Focus on bettering yourself. Love yourself. Nobody can take that from you. No one can take your using your mind against them. Using your mind against the world. Nobody can take that from you, man. Realize that. I hope you guys have a good ass day, good ass night, good ass year, rest of the year. And I love all of you guys, man.